What's good, Booville? It's Kovuko, aka the Chillest Bro. I'm back with my sister Ray, and we finna talk about Jacquees right now, like, cause y'all been coming for my nigga, like, y'all been coming for his neck, bruh.
Savages out there.
There's savages out here. But
yeah. Okay, so I got like a few points about it. So one thing for sure is that a lot of people are like have like misheard what he said. He didn't say he was the king of R&B, like, period. He said he was the king of R&B for this generation.
I'm the king of R&B right now. For this generation. For this generation. For this generation.
And this generation is like kids of 2017, 2018. You know what I'm saying? In general. So that's why you have like some old school heads talking about, oh, R. Kelly's the king of R&B. No, Music Soul Child. And it's like, no, they're just talking about these kids.
it don't even matter. At the end of the day, by him saying that, what he really did was put everybody else on their shit.
Yeah.
In actuality, nobody was worried about who was the male top tier of R&B for this generation until he said that.
That's so true.
So the rest of the R&B singers of this generation should say thank you, man, for making us even relevant again. Let's be honest.
Exactly, because like one thing for sure is like people start bringing Chris Brown into the subject, subject of conversation. My thing with him is that Chris Brown, like some people are saying, Chris Brown is the king of R&B for this generation, and I'm like, no. Like when I was growing up or whatever, Chris Brown wasn't just an R&B singer. He did pop music. Right now he does hip hop music.
No, I keep a yabba, bitch, you know I keep a yabba. No, I told that yabba, bitch, you know I keep a yabba. Keep it on me, stay on me at all times. Don't sleep on me, don't speak on me, it's suicide.
I'ma say this, Chris Brown's highest badge of honor is being compared to Michael Jackson, who is what? The king of pop.
Yeah.
Therefore, he has to be in the form of the pop genre to even be in the same lane as him.
Exactly, and a lot of people don't understand that pop means like diversity within the genre.
For anybody who has listened to Chris Brown since his conception and his self-titled Chris Brown album, they already know that Chris Brown has like at least 4 or 5 different types of phases and styles that he's went through.
Exactly, so he's not the king of R&B.
Exactly.
He's more like close to king of pop.
Yeah.
Or prince of pop.
Chris Brown's, his whole title is for pop.
Yeah.
It ain't even for R&B. Yes, he has done R&B songs. Just like he's done hip hop songs.
I just promise this. Hold my wrist. Team, bow, team, wrist, dream, bow, bows, team.
Just like he's even done EDM music at one point in his life.
This right here is my type of party.
Yeah,
If you literally diagnose the whole strand of his career, you'll know that it's multifaceted.
Exactly.
In actuality, he's a pop musician because he does popular music of the time. We're talking about people who are singularly actually R&B artists. People like Trey Songz. Trey Songz has never done a pop album.
He can't do a pop album.
He can't. He has one genre of music that's R&B.
And girl, I can't help but wait till you get that with him. It don't change. Can't help but wait. Tonight we'll be making love faces. Making love faces. Slow motion.
The only reason is because that y'all are even talking about Chris at this point is because he said king. I feel like everybody's ears turned off at the word king.
Yeah.
And y'all didn't actually listen to what he was saying.
Yeah.
First of all, he said 3 things. He said king, he said R&B, and he said this generation.
Exactly.
You have to put all of those 3 factors in consideration when you're talking about what he's talking about.
Exactly. I feel like a lot of people are going with groupthink instead of actually like kind of thinking for themselves.
Exactly.
You know, like it reminded me of like the Travis Scott situation like last week or a couple days ago. When they saw that picture, they're like, oh, you know, F Travis Scott, he a cheater.
Exactly.
He broke up the family. But then when they found out that a prankster did it, a YouTuber, Christian Adam G did it, they're like, oh, you know, it's Christian's fault and they almost broke up the family.
Exactly.
No.
But none of y'all was focused on finding the truth when it first came out. Y'all was on a groupthink bandwagon of he's a cheater.
Travis shot down cheating rumors.
Travis Scott is fired up over rumors he cheated.
Travis Scott is cheating on his girlfriend and the mother of his child, Kylie Jenner.
Yep, the rapper is clearing the air about his relationship with the Lip Kit creator. On Monday, Travis made one thing clear. He only has love for Stormi's mom.
Okay, wait, this is my question. Why would they Photoshop a picture of someone that isn't Travis with a woman?
After a photo surfaced of what appeared to be Travis cozying up to a mystery woman, he slammed one fan in the comments writing, I don't be on a balcony with no thoughts, that lame.
Wait, so do you think?
I think it's Travis. Are you kidding me?
You do?
Oh my gosh, it looks just like him.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out it's a lie, now you're on the other groupthink bandwagon that it's a YouTuber's fault.
Exactly.
What do you think? Actually, bro, it's freedom of expression, bro.
Yeah.
You need to have your own opinion about things before you start making public statements and pushing something one way or the other.
Like Nicki Minaj did it before. She said that she was the queen of hip hop.
Yeah, she still says that to this day.
Yeah.
She doesn't get as nearly as much backlash as Jacquees. The reason being is Nicki Minaj has already sold albums. I think the whole point of what Jacquees was saying was literally to get a buzz, to get what y'all talking about right now. Because at the end of the day, everybody got his name in their mouth. Now they know who he is just because they at least know that, hey, he's the kid who said the outlandish stuff.
Chris Brown, he came out in like 2005. Like me and you, we remember that when he came out on 106 & Park.
What you gonna do? Come on, dog. What you gonna do? Go out first. Go ahead, you toe out.
Exactly.
These kids in 2017, 2018, they never was able to see him come out. They're more than likely to see Jacquees' YouTube channel come up.
Let me give you 5 steps to delete him. Don't answer. Walk past him. Delete his number. Ignore his mama. Look for another. Girl, I'm telling you what you should do to get rid of you.
Yeah. In actuality, what does that mean? That means Chris Brown is intergenerational.
Yeah.
That means Chris Brown has lasted the span of 2 different generations.
Yeah.
Therefore, when Jacquees says this generation, he's talking about that cuts Chris Brown's whole career in half.
Yeah.
That means that he talking about him versus, not even versus Chris Brown. He was just talking about this generation. In this generation, Chris Brown's music has been more geared towards hip hop and popular music more so than R&B. Majority of his R&B style was in the first part of his career, which was a different generation.
Exactly. Like when did his self-titled album come out? I think around
2005.
2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Them kids was not able to see that.
Exactly.
No, they were more likely able to see Heartbreak on a Full Moon, which is less R&B. They have some R&B tracks in there, but majority of it is really hip hop and rap.
We gotta establish which artists are we talking about that make R&B music, like strictly R&B music. Majority of those artists are underground artists at this point.
Exactly.
That's who he's comparing himself to. He's comparing himself to the Daniel Caesars of the world.
Who would have thought I'd get you?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? In actuality, y'all coming from these high top tier Billboard selling artists, that's not even who he's referring to.
Yeah.
Because those artists, they have switched different sounds. And R&B, let's be honest, is basically virtually not even a genre in mainstream music until like the last 2 years. Before that, go back to the 2015, 14s of the world. Majority of mainstream music was not R&B.
Crave a different kind of buzz.
These hoes ain't loyal, no they ain't. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. It's going down. selling timber. You better move, you better dance.
So what I'm saying is, if you look at that or whatever, Jacquees is not even comparing himself to the Chris Browns of the world. People just like to say that because it's better story.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
They know what they're doing.
It's more outlandish. It makes it more interesting to talk about. If I start talking about Jacquees versus an underground singer, you're not gonna care when you barely even know who Jacquees is.
Exactly. In the media, they be swaying stuff. Cause like if you watch like Breakfast Club or whatever, they have like Jacquees, and then they have a picture of Chris Brown. Chris Brown never like said, Jacquees, you're wrong. I'm the king of R&B.
Exactly.
No, he was just another singer who had a response to it. So now they're trying to twist it to where he's trying to drag Chris Brown.
Exactly, because that's better press.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If you've learned nothing else from the YouTuber who did the whole Travis Scott thing, Christopher Adam G, you've learned that the press literally sways anything. Not even just sways it. The press will literally put anything out if they feel like it's a good enough story.
Yeah.
One of the people who had a strong opinion about even what Jacquees said was Jay Holiday. And we all know Jay Holiday ain't got no dog in this fight. Furthermore, to say that, Jay Holiday also isn't in the generation that he's talking about. My whole point is when the older heads start talking about people like Keith Sweat and start talking about the R. Kellys of the world, y'all taking it out of context and you don't want to understand.
You don't. You actually just want to be mean. That's what gets me about some of the elders, whoever, of like this generation. They're like really mean to this these new artists or whatever. They're not giving them a chance. They're like, oh, they're not talented. My thing is that back in y'all time when y'all first coming out and y'all knew your artist was new, y'all didn't have that much flack as these kids do.
Bro, even if I take it to a different genre, even if we talk about hip hop, when Biggie first came out and put out the song Party and Bullshit,
cause all we wanna do is bullshit and we party and bullshit and we party and bullshit.
People thought, they was like, what the fuck is this? And that shit is trash. In actuality, like, people have told me that from that generation. So what I'm saying is, everybody is a critic when it's new.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If Jacquees goes on to sell fucking 20 mil, not even, like 300 mil on Billboard or whatever, everybody gonna act like this wasn't even a conversation like 5 years from now.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing here?
Just sticking tight with our Malibu crew.
And since we always loved you in high school, you hated us in high school.
True. But that was only because we didn't know Miley was famous.
And now that we do, we love you.
Yeah, like literally like last week with the Soul Train Awards.
Y'all was singing his praises. Yeah.
Like Jacquees can sing. He can sing. Like he can sing, okay?
And then on another note is how our old heads also gonna talk about how the genre R&B is dying and that they don't people don't value singing anymore and complain about that. And then when somebody tries to put the R&B game on again, then y'all talking about this nigga done lost his monkey ass mind.
I never heard Jacquees. Who is this nigga?
Well, maybe you need to get to hear him, my guy.
He's actually pretty talented.
Exactly.
He got talent, and everybody's trying to drag him with his vocals, talking about he's flat, he can't sing.
Jacquees sang, yeah.
No, you're just on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Exactly.
I literally saw people trying to nitpick his vocals, you know?
In actuality, like, compared to majority of singers who are mainstream singers at this point, Jacquees can sing circles around him.
Exactly.
Let's be honest. Go listen to his song Destiny's Child. Go listen to his song You Need Me. The boy can actually sing.
He's really good at runs. He's
Exactly.
really good at it. You just want to discredit. You don't want to learn.
Yeah.
You don't want to know. You actually want to just drag him, and that's actually being a fucking bully.
Think you're pretty funny, don't you, freak?
Flash, it was just an accident.
My fist breaking your teeth, that's the accident.
Facts.
Just saying. He has original music.
Yeah.
He has original. He's not just the cover king, my nigga. He has original tracks of his own.
Yeah, I saw somebody even say that he only do samples in his songs Ironically, Chris Brown took up a sample of one of his songs to do "Hope You Do."
Exactly.
That's Jacquees, "You Need Me" in the background of the song.
Exactly. Well, no, not "You Need Me." "Come Through."
Yeah, that's Jacquees' song "Come Through" in the background of the song.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
Exactly.
So for somebody to state that argument, you have to say your favorite singer uses samples.
Exactly.
Also, he don't even use samples. He do covers of other songs.
What? Jacquees remix. Sound like a remix. Jacquees say too much. You ain't gotta say too much. I can read your body language.
Everybody knows that when it comes to covers, you're not trying to take credit or possession of that song. You're just singing over the song.
And the only reason people are getting on him about his covers is his covers are popular. When he do a quick mix, it do numbers.
Yeah,
that's the only reason people are talking about that. When he did Trip, they had to take his song down because it did so many numbers.
Exactly.
It competes with the original song.
Exactly.
Therefore, the boy has talent.
And I have problems with Jacquees. Sometimes he could be a little too arrogant, a little too full of himself. You know, he's an Aries. Not to offend any Aries or anything. He never came for your favorite artist.
And at the end of the day, everybody who's an artist is supposed to feel like they the greatest.
Yeah.
You have to have wishful thinking for yourself.
Exactly.
That's like when people on YouTube say, "I'm the best YouTuber." It's literally just something to say to establish your confidence.
Yeah. Now it'll be different if he was like, "I'm better than." Oh, sorry. It'll be different if he said, "I'm better than Chris Brown. I'm better than R. Kelly."
He did
That's actually
name drop.
disrespectful.
There have been people in the hip hop community who have name dropped other artists. He didn't even say that.
Yeah.
For him saying this, what he's doing is he's actually creating some form of attention that's at least being brought to R&B.
Exactly.
Let's be honest. R&B needs attention at this point. If R&B becomes something that people start giving more attention to, y'all can thank him for that.
Yeah.
Because in actuality, nobody cared before he said anything.
They really didn't.
Especially, they didn't care for this generation. We might argue over R. Kelly versus Keith Sweat, but nobody has argued over who's the top right now. Nobody has even said that. They didn't even think about that until he said what he said.
Are you like, you know, old heads, you know, elders when it comes to like R&B, and you really don't like this generation's music? Instead of saying R&B is dead, just listen to your own music, you know?
Yeah.
Listen to your classics. Like my parents and my grandparents, they don't drag like this generation. They don't care. They too busy listening to their music, which I respect, you know?
That's my point. I think older people, they like to drag the stuff now because their voices can be heard because we have technology.
Yeah.
In their day, their parents didn't even drag them as hard as they be dragging us and generations behind us right now.
Oh yeah, like if you listen to a lot of Biggie songs, which I like, he uses a lot of 70s samples.
Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
I wanna keep you here, laying next to me, sharing our love between the sheets.
You know, especially Dr. Dre. A lot of his music, his California sound, is 70s R&B. And his parents dragged him about it. You know, like, so we're not the only ones who sampled from people before us. You know, so don't forget that y'all did the same thing too.
Y'all still didn't get it as bad because there wasn't a thing called the internet where you can go and drag your least favorite artist for 3 hours straight. You see what I'm saying? Nah.
The worst you could do back in the day, find out where that person is performing, and then like throw some like oranges and like
And
tomatoes.
nobody was really gonna do all that because you have to actually go out your way and come from your own reality to come hate on somebody.
Yeah,
My whole point is y'all doing it because it's convenient, bro.
Yeah, like, or you have to like send hate mail, which it took a lot of work. It was a lot of work. So a lot of people, they hate it, but not as much as now. Easily get on my phone, get in Jacquees DMs and be like, you suck. And I could be like 50 years old.
My whole point is don't complain about R&B when you don't like the people who singing it right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, just go back to the days when everybody thought it was gonna die out.
Like, I can understand his statement's bold, but like, it's kind of getting a little too far to where y'all saying that he ain't even talented. That's like messing up with his career.
And then for the artists that y'all think belong in that spot, what have they been doing lately? That's what I want to see.
Exactly.
If your favorite artist, what R&B song that came out with in like the last 3 months?
Exactly.
For real, that's what I'm saying. On the male side, like the ladies been holding it down. It's been female R&B artists who've been coming up. But now it's he trying to start a wave for male R&B artists to come up.
Yeah.
He's bringing attention to your favorite craft.
Exactly. Exactly. So much so
What
it
you
got
need
your
to
old,
do.
so much so it got your your old faves, sprung. Like they got their own responses and they thinking about doing R&B tracks again.
Yeah, exactly. Like what I hope comes out of this is for the Chris Browns and the Trey Songz of the world to get on their shit and start putting out some more R&B music.
Yeah.
Because they ain't been doing it lately like that.
They've been having a
Trey dropped the album, but let's be honest, it was mediocre. Y'all not coming with that hot fire no more.
Chris Brown, like I haven't remembered like a true R&B album since we were growing up as kids, like listening to his self-titled album and the second album that he did. That was more R&B than Heartbreak on the Full Moon, you know?
Exactly. That's my point. And another point is if you switch up your sound, you can't be mad when somebody else take the sound that you used to have.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I mean by that is like, okay, I'm not saying that Chris said this, he didn't, but Chris Brown can't be mad about somebody talking about being hot in R&B if he don't even do R&B no more. You put that down, you let that go, you decide to go to a different avenue or whatever, you want to do more hip-hop music, that's cool. That's your new lane now. You can't start crying because somebody else is saying that they sing very well now or something like that. At the end of it, when in actuality you sitting here not really singing like that no more.
Yeah, like, cause I remember, not to drag Chris Brown, cause like, no, not to drag Chris Brown, but I remember growing up, like, you had, Now the Right Time Chris Brown. Yo, Chris Brown.
I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. Oh, yeah.
And then it transformed to Forever, which is a little bit more pop.
It's like I waited my whole life for this one night. It's gonna be me, you, and the dance.
To now, basically, Chris Brown, where he's doing trap music with Trippie Redd.
You ain't about that life. You ain't ready to die. Try to tell the truth, it expose your life.
Flexing on you, I'm your father. Chopper spitting loogies like a motherfucking lie.
Yeah, it ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's something wrong with that when you gonna say that you still want your claim to fame for an older avenue when you ain't done that sound in like years at this point.
Yeah, like a lot of times when some of these kids talk about Chris Brown, they talk about 3 times Chris Brown. They're not talking about Run It Chris Brown.
If the man on the floor, if he ain't, let me know. Let me see if you can run it. Girl, indeed I can run it.
Exactly.
You know, like and I don't blame them because like they weren't old enough to be there when he came out.
Exactly.
And he doesn't make music like that anymore. So I hope that this inspires Chris Brown to do more R&B.
Yeah. And then back to Jacquees or whatever. A lot of people, they starting to say that he can't sing. Let's be honest. The reason Jacquees was on Breakfast Club in the first place is because he got a voice.
Yeah.
A real voice. A voice that the majority of mainstream singers ain't even got right now.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Because y'all are like, they like nitpicking on his voice. But like half these singers.
Let's be honest. Half of your favorite singer, is still trying to master their shit in auto-tune like it's 2008 on some T-Pain shit.
Let's be honest.
Let's hear your favorite singer a cappella right the fuck now.
Exactly.
And let's talk about who can really sing. Like,
exactly.
Be real, big dog.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's it.
I ain't got nothing else to say. You already know what you gotta do. Hey, if you like this video, you know what you gotta do. You gotta subscribe, you gotta comment, you gotta like. Voo not finna tell you twice. And remember, my guys, my G's. Grind ain't never stopping. You know how I'm rocking.
Another old nigga on a young nigga dick.